Hi everyone, it's Raina. So this video is if you have the Sun in Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. So double Sag, double the pleasure. Definitely look to the moon sign because Sag is a mutable fire sign. So fire energy is masculine. It tends to express itself in an extroverted way. I have the sun in Sagittarius myself, but I have the moon in Virgo and Taurus rising. So that's feminine energy, that could definitely make a person more of an introvert, which I totally am. Except when I'm alone in my bedroom talking into my phone, and then I'm very animated. But if I'm in public, I'm very subdued usually, unless it's somebody that if I strike up a conversation, but I'm just not that typical extroverted type of person. But I bet you might be, because the rising sign can certainly give the impression, make an impression on other people, how you act in social situations and that kind of thing. And then you have the sun, that is the aspirational self, the type of goals you have, how you want to shine your light on the world, and they are in tandem, working in tandem. Now, they would really be working in tandem if they formed a conjunction, because that would strengthen that Sagittarius energy and what the sun and the rising sign represent. So when they're together, it means that there is consistency. You would have to check the chart generator that you used to determine your rising sign to see if they form a conjunction. I use astral.com, and they have an aspects table, so they do all the work for you. You just have to, know how to read the symbols. And they have the keys to all the symbols, so that's not difficult at all. But usually the orb or distance in degrees is 10 degrees. For a conjunction, I guess. I think. I kind of rely a lot of times when I'm doing private readings on the chart generator, and I don't even have to calculate it myself. But anyway, I think regardless if it's in the same sign, it's going to be that consistency. Now, when we're talking about Sagittarius, we're talking about, like I said, a mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter. So this is a very happy-go-lucky sign. Sages tend to be very cheerful. When you have it at the ascendant, you're ruled by Jupiter. So your luck might follow you everywhere. Whether you really feel like you have financially hit the jackpot or not might be a different story. I don't know. Luck to me is about alignment. It's about being in an advantageous place to be able to take advantage of things, and advantageous. And that can help a person advance in life. You can also look at the law of attraction type of what we would call theories or whatever, where a person who has a good attitude tends to attract good fortune to them. So however you want to look at it, you may just find that you attract good things to you in general. And because of that, you may, other people may like you quite instantaneously, or when you first meet them, because they see you as open. Like if somebody, I did a video recently with Sagittarius Sun and Scorpio rising. So you still have somebody who's a Sun in Sag, but if they have Scorpio rising, they may be kind of closed off, overly suspicious of other people's motives. So they're kind of tight-lipped and mysterious, and other people may be wary of them and saying, what do they have to hide? What's really going on there? And that creates a little bit of paranoia over that person's true nature and their tendencies. And in this case, this is a very open person. So that might be a case where you make friends very easily, you fit into situations very easily. Sag rules the ninth house, which has to do with long distance travel. So you may just gravitate towards situations that involve diverse populations, anything that is intellectual, and then you attract the same to you. And another thing about Sag is that they tend to be very honest, or you could say honest to a fault. But part of that is also being blunt, being outspoken. So there's a rebellious quality that can come out with the communication style and content of the double Sag. There can be a preachy quality sometimes because Sag is the ruler of the ninth house, which is the God house and also the house of philosophy. And philosophy grapples with issues such as morality, like what is ethical, what are the code of ethics in life. And that can rub people the wrong way because they might feel like they are being judged. And really, Sag is not like that as a sign. Some kind of the lower nature Sages might be judgmental, but they could be people who are actually engaging in their own questionable behavior, and they have become hypocrites, because that can certainly happen when people they're preaching one thing and doing another. So a related type of behavior is being sanctimonious. And can Sages be that way? Yes, and some can be even a bit subtle about it. So that might make them think that they're not really doing anything that is off-putting or offensive. I would say that some of you may be the outdoorsy type, because Sag can rule wide open spaces, and that idea of taking an adventure, doing something, exploration, expansion. And so because Saturn Sag, the ascendant is the ruler of the first house, and that could be your appearance. This could lead to you preferring to dress like a LL Bean catalog than, a model, where it's just all those things. The hiking boots, the backpack, the whole 9 yards. And the Sag is half man and half animal, or you could say half horse. But the animal, the man part is the civilized part, and that represents the person who is an intellectual. So definitely this is going to be somebody who is naturally very intelligent, but I use the term intellectual to describe somebody who seeks out mental stimulation on a daily basis. They're not just going to college so that they can get a certain degree so that they have this good job. They might have dropped out of high school. They may have a GED, but they are lifelong learners. To me, anybody that went to college, but they don't crack open a book because they only did it to get that job, to me, that's the waste, because they had the opportunity to do something that was actually going to lead to being able to learn about new things and explore new subject matter, or even expand your knowledge about a pet issue, thing that you're very interested in, that you have a passion about. This combination would be good for the college professor because the ninth house that Sag rules is the higher mind, and this includes academia. Other professions that you might excel in with this combination are a spiritual teacher of some sort. The teacher in general is indicated for double Sag. But that could be a spiritual teacher. Maybe it's someone who is an expert on the law. The ninth house, I believe, is the law, while the seventh house is the courtroom, meaning, then that's Libra's domain. So just somebody who studies the law, maybe they're a legal expert, but they're not necessarily a lawyer, but certainly a Sag might become a lawyer. Because in those cases, because you're a fire sign, you may choose to serve underserved communities in order to possibly expand your contact of, the different things and the different, I was going to say, situations in life, where people find themselves, where they live, and that kind of thing. This could also be the writer. Now, in terms of love, this combination would probably hold on to their freedom longer than someone else might, unless you're talking about maybe a double Gemini or something. Maybe they would give you a run for your money. But the point is that Sag loves freedom. Freedom is a beautiful word to you, and you don't want to jeopardize it by being with somebody who wants you to be joined at the hip. That's not something that Sag is going to sign up for willingly. So what I'm here to tell you is that you can find that type of relationship that is free, but is not polyamorous or anything like that. Unless that's what you want, of course. But if you're just looking for someone to share your life with, and you don't feel like you have to sacrifice your freedom completely in order to have a, positive relationship, then that could indicate that, or I would, as I would put it, you can have that kind of relationship, but you have to hold out for it and you have to cultivate it. That means that you have to communicate early and often about your goals in a relationship, what you're looking for. And I feel like you're the type of person, you want the freedom, but you're willing to grant it to the other person. It's not something where it's a one-way street. So once you find your person, you're set. You could be a great partner. You might enjoy a lot of adventures together even. All right, well, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.